Good evening. Welcome to Great Lakes Scrapbook Events HQ. I'm actually recording this earlier in the afternoon just to make the start of the event a little less stressful for me. That's why it's so bright out right now. And when you see me at the end of the event, it will be dark. Anyway, if we've never met before, my name is Kate Griswold and I'm the producer here at Great Lakes Scrapbook Events. We put on events large and small in Michigan and Ohio, and today we are turning up the volume at the Virtual Online Learning Ultimate Mega Event. Before I get started, I just have a quick announcement to make. I'm in my Nana era. Since we last met, I became a grandma, so I just thought I would let you know that my grandson, Avery John Martinez, was born December 17th, and I couldn't be more excited. Obviously, I bought a shirt. Anyway, welcome to our second volume in our new format with the Friday evening, Saturday all day. Our goal with this schedule is to fit better into your busy schedule. When we first started volume, we did it in the pandemic and everyone was off work. Well, now everybody's back to work. And so running the presentations all day on Friday was making less and less sense. So, hopefully this will work great into your schedule. If you've attended a few or a lot of our volume events, most of this video will be a review. If this is your first volume, then welcome. Tell me in the comments that it's your first volume event. We're so glad to have you. You'll find this video very helpful because I'm going to give you a bunch of tips and tricks about how the event will work today and how to get the most out of it. I'm excited to welcome you to our first volume event of 2024 with the theme Celebrations. And we're celebrating all kinds of things this weekend. We have, Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day and birthdays. And those are just a few of the projects I can remember off the top of my head, what those celebration themes are. So if you can hear me, click the heart, let me know you're out there, and comment and tell me where you are right now, even if you're watching this later. I check on these comments, and anyone who's done one of these events knows I check and read and like and sometimes comment. I can't comment on everyone, but I do comment on the comments that you make under this video. So here's how the virtual event will work today. For your absolute best experience, you want to watch and comment on the videos inside the Volume Facebook group. All of the videos will air in Facebook, and some, those that have been pre-recorded, will be simulcast on YouTube. We actually have a lot of live presentations this time around, so there will be several videos that will only be available in the Facebook group. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, YouTube will notify you when new videos go up on the YouTube channel. And it is kind of nice. A lot of people have smart TVs with YouTube functionality. And so for those videos that are simulcast, you can put it up on a big screen, like on your television, or we have a big projection screen down here that we can watch the videos on instead of on a tiny screen. But that's the beauty of this event. You can watch it from the smallest screen to the largest screen, and you can watch it on the road. You can watch it from your cottage. You can watch it from your camper. I don't know. Maybe we have some snowbirders watching from their campers. In Michigan right now, there's snow on the ground, so no, I doubt anyone's out camping right now. So anyway, using Facebook, which is where all the posts and whatnot happen in that group, is going to be your best experience. Now, speaking of that, I'll get to that in just a second. At the scheduled times, each vendor's live video will begin. So those that are truly live are going to show that they're coming from the vendor. Those that were pre-recorded come through a software, and so they come as if I'm posting them. So they'll say new live video from Kate Griswold, but then the person who's talking won't be me. So, all the videos will be saved, whether they're only on Facebook or on Facebook and YouTube, and they'll be viewable later. So if you need to pop over to another video, you need to head to the bathroom, your kid has a commitment that you have to get to, whatever, it's all right. You can always watch it on replay. So when you're watching these videos, be sure and let the vendors know that you're watching. Click hearts and smiley faces and comments. They'll also be online to answer your questions. And some of the vendors actually give you prizes when you comment during their live videos, like while they're live. So keep that in mind as well. So this is the thing I said I was going to talk about in a minute. Just before the start of the post feed, there's a featured post, which used to be full of information and links to even more information to help you navigate the day. But sometime between when I started the featured post for the February event and today, Facebook changed things around, and every new link I've added, as I've added new information, like when we put out the event schedule and whatnot, they're not coming up as live links in the featured post anymore. They're just It's not helpful. You can't click. And so what I've done is I moved all that into a blog post, which we've used extensively. Like the schedule is a blog post and the sponsors are a blog post. Like everything I've been posting leading up to this has led you to a blog post. So what I've done is created a blog post that has all the links to all the other blog posts all in one place. So it's basically the same thing that was in the featured post, but now instead you are going to click a link to get out to it. But you could leave that up in a tab on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop throughout the event so that it's easy to get back and forth. So that includes a link to that video of tips that guide you through the basics of turning on notifications, sorting posts. Something new on that front too, I discovered that I could control the sort of posts, the default sort of posts in a group. And so now when you go in, the posts are automatically sorting for the new posts to be on top. That'll be the default. I couldn't be more excited to have discovered that. So that's a very exciting new feature. And then the not so exciting is that none of my links work in the featured post. So I had to create this new blog post. So that video is dated. I have not updated it, have not had a chance. Don't think I'm going to get a chance before we go live tonight. But it still has helpful information in it. So, but let me talk about what's in that featured post, which is now a blog post that is linked from the featured post on the page. It's right at the top, featured post February information. So in there, we've got a link to, see, now I don't know that this is going to work. I used to always put a link to the currently airing video and what's coming up next so that you could easily find the next video. I will put what's airing and what's coming up next, like for the schedule purposes, but I don't know if I can put a link to the video. But hopefully the fact that now it defaults to new posts will make it easier to find the videos as they air. So hopefully that balances out. We've also got a link to the schedule so that if you're wondering when your favorite vendor is presenting, you can see the schedule. We have a page of tips, which is a lot of what I'm talking about here. We have a link to shopping, which will take you to all of the show specials and links to the shopping sites for all of the vendors that are presenting. Prizes, those links are not live yet. I reveal all the prizes tonight at the end of this evening's presentations, and they will remain live through tomorrow evening. So, and I'll explain that all when I come back at 8:30 p.m. tonight. So when I'm back at 8:30, I'll explain more about the prizes. But those links will be in that blog post, or that link will be in that blog post when it goes live later tonight. Also, there is a link to all the participating vendors so that if you need contact information to reach a particular vendor, all of that is there. And then there's a link to the souvenir tees. Let's talk a little about the souvenir tees. I'm obviously not wearing one right now. I'm wearing my In My Nana Era sweatshirt. That's because we had a little glitch and we didn't get this, the 2024 volume tees in time for this event. It just didn't happen. So they are coming. There is a link to be able to order, but I didn't even get mine yet. So I'm just going to show you. These are the kinds of t-shirts. These are all of our past events t-shirts. So they're all super soft. They come in both a V-neck and a crew neck. I always get the V-neck because V-neck is my favorite. Yeah, so there's an order link also on that blog post, no longer on the featured post. So if you can't find a video, let's get back to how this works. If you can't find a video at the start time, resort your page by new posts. I didn't update the script. It'll default to new posts. But if you've changed the sort, you might want to resort it by new posts. There are multiple sorts, and one of them is like newest activity, which means the newest thing that's been commented on. And that is not nearly as helpful as the new posts is. And there's also like a most relevant where the algorithm decides what you want to see. Well, in a case of an event like this, you don't want the algorithm deciding. You want that new post so that you can see the most recent stuff. Now, usually the video will be in the first 2 or 3 of the new posts because even though people are like vendors are posting throughout the event and I'm letting posts through, generally the currently airing video isn't more than a half a dozen down from the latest released post. So, but on that topic, occasionally our vendors do have technical issues. Obviously, we can't control when Wi-Fi goes down, when power goes out, and those kinds of things. So if something like that happens, and it is rare, but it has happened, and the minute I think we're not going to have technical issues, we have a bunch, and November was proof of that. So we will keep you informed of any technical issues by posting on the page. So again, if you're in that new post sort, you should see it when we go in. You might have to refresh, but we'll keep you posted if those technical issues are going to delay the start more than 5 minutes. And if it's going to delay the start more than 5 minutes, chances are we're going to reschedule it to a later time, and we will post that as well. During that first 5 minutes, though, don't post, "I can't find the video," because that's when we're in like frantic mode trying to figure out what's going on and how to get it fixed. And we're not even going to see your post, quite honestly, until we fix the problem or have already posted about what's going on. So, don't worry, all videos will be archived. If we have to broadcast it later, we'll announce it. So no matter what, you'll always get to see the video, even if you can't find it right at the start time. So the prizes in this new schedule, I'll be back live at 8:30 tonight at the end of tonight's presentations, and I will be revealing all of the prizes. And then the entries for those prizes will remain open all the way until Saturday evening at 8 o'clock. All right, we've just got a couple minutes left. So quick note, be sure to put the 2024 in-person show dates on your calendar. March 22nd and 23rd in Columbus, and May 9th through 11th in Novi. If you haven't already, be sure to go out to our website and subscribe to our email newsletter. All of the pages, if you just scroll to the bottom and go to the right, you'll see a little subscribe now box that will let you self-subscribe to our email newsletter. And that's where all kinds of announcements come out about any and all of our events. And Columbus registration opened last night. So if you're thinking about coming to Columbus, Columbus registration is now open. So we have a very small class schedule there, but those classes will also be in Novi, but I expect them to be very popular in Novi. And so if you are really wanting them, or you want to have a more open schedule in Novi, come to Columbus and take the classes that we're offering in Columbus. And that way in Novi, you'll have already taken them and you can put something different in your schedule in Novi. Also, we have the all-day crop, and then you can also pre-register for admission for like a 2-day savings pass. Otherwise, it's cash at the door at the Ohio Expo Center at the Lauschie building. Have a wonderful evening. You have a few minutes, not very many, before 6:15, which is when the first vendor video will start. You can go ahead and take a second to check out that featured post and click over to the blog post to see all of those links. And if you still have time after that, invite your crafty friends to join our volume group. Have a fabulous day. I'll see you in a few minutes later tonight.